Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am John Halcyon Stin, and this is Love Morning. This is a chance to practice being our best, to remind ourselves who we are, to set ourselves for the day, to share some gratitude. Oh, I put up a little picture of Charlton Heston up on the screen because yesterday someone said, dude, you're looking pretty much you're looking a lot like Moses, the Charles Heston Moses. And so I'm like, I could see that. So now my goal is to fully embrace my Moses look and bring the 10 principles down from the mountaintop. If you're here, say hello and share some gratitude. Let's see, what can I do? Nope, not that. Shift one. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. There. No. Sorry, I'm trying to make this work. Let's try this again. Let's take Charlton off. There we go. Okay. Juan says, he looks like us. I know. Us beard crew. Good morning, Juan. Good morning, Gerbot. Juan, I continue to share about you to people as an example of a love ambassador walking the walk. So thank you for your inspiration and your humble and powerful activism in the world. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning. I was thinking about you this weekend and how grateful I am for your partnership in our Love Ambassador missions. Good morning, Sarah. How wonderful to see you. Good morning. And anybody want to share some gratitude? Something that you're feeling grateful for? I am back from retreat. I was gone Friday, Saturday, Sunday, came back late last night, and really feeling energized and rejuvenated and lots to share about the weekend. I'm going to filter through it a bit and share in the next day or two, but really, really focused on gratitude and had a really opportunity. I had a really good opportunity. At the end of the retreat, I was asked to share about integration. And I was able to say, hey, I want to invite everyone to join me in some of my integration practices. Or hopefully this can inspire you to find some practice of your own. And what I shared was, when you are gathered in community, whether that is Burning Man, whether that is a retreat, whether that is a medicine retreat, whether that is a yoga retreat, whether that is a Comic-Con, whatever the community is to you, that where people are reflecting back to you their gratitude for who you are. When you're in a place to be yourself, when you feel you truly belong, that is a space where you start to really, I started saying, you get to work to be yourself, but that's not true. You get to allow yourself to be. You work on getting the stuff out of the way that is the shoulds, the supposed tos, the roles that you play so that you can fit in culture. Because human beings have an evolutionary need to belong. If you get kicked out of the tribe, you would die. So there's a need to belong. And so in our attempt to belong, we do what we are supposed to do. And our parents and our teachers, they teach us the way to be so that we fit in. It's loving, it is protective. And so, but as you grow and you start to learn that maybe some of those directions, some of those scripts that you are following are not in alignment with who you really are. And so it takes that community to be a safe place to start to take off those costumes of pretending and allow who you are to come through. Now, what often happens is you leave the safe container of your in-person community space and you go to the default world, the people, the places, the work, the responsibilities, the culture. And in that culture, it is not the same supportive environment. And so the easiest, the safest thing to do is to return to the behavior, the roles, the expectations that you know will make you belong. But what I encourage people to do is to recognize how much of a gift it is to have experienced true belonging, not a feeling of being accepted because you are playing the part you're supposed to play, but being yourself and really belonging, truly belonging, effortlessly belonging because you are authentic. So if you instead realize how lucky you are, and from that blessing that you have to recognize, there's a responsibility to be brave, to work to be your most authentic self in the world, to risk somebody saying, I can't believe he's wearing that, to risk someone saying, that's not appropriate here, to risk someone saying, gosh, that's kind of like pansy to do that as a man. To risk all of that because you are role modeling what it truly is to be alive and to fulfill the one true goal of our mission in this world. The biggest adventure, the biggest quest is to find ourselves and be ourselves and allow ourselves to be true. So if you are doing that or trying, even making efforts to it, you are a role model. You are a permission slip for others to be a little bit more risky in their allowing of their truth. And so integration is the process of practicing that and finding the ways that you can return to the feeling of belonging so that you can feel safe. So that's why we do these morning broadcasts, so that we can all remind each other, like, oh, no, we're not alone. I remember what it is to be supported. I remember that this connection, this acceptance is the one that really nourishes me, not the fear-based, I hope I don't offend or get kicked out of the tribe. It's the, I know I am accepted and loved because these people respect and celebrate any human being that is celebrating themselves, that is seeking their truth, that is being brave in that way. And so this broadcast, the Gratitude Circles at Noon, these are the ways that I, on a daily basis, recalibrate and go, yes, I know who I want to be, and I know the people who get it, and I am going to keep remembering that those people are out there until I have a chance to hug them in person again. So I hope that you feel that when you tune in here. I hope that you are that to other people, because that is a good life. That is a purposeful life. If you do nothing else but work on allowing your true self to be, and you are a support person, a celebrator, a cheerleader for other people that are having the courage to be themselves, that is a purposeful, active, activist life. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so energized and comforted knowing that we're doing it. And at the end of the day, just knowing I'd made little steps in that direction each day lets me go to sleep at night, lets me be proud of who I am, lets me know that I'm putting positive ripples in the world. And in a time when it feels like the world is wackadoodle, it's important, I think, to keep coming back to, am I putting the energy and the vibe into the world that I believe is the right direction? Letting go of the ultimate outcome, just knowing that I am doing what I can in the direction of authenticity, light, and love, kindness, compassion. And maybe that list of things is not who you are authentically. Maybe it's cranky, snarky, whatever. But if that's who you truly are, you are still contributing in the direction of authentic expression. And that's the only thing that we can ever be certain is divine. So thank you for having the courage. Thank you for being a part of community. Thank you for supporting me and being you. I love you. I forgot to start with a song, and you're probably going, hey, what? And if you think my hair is big and you're thinking, gosh, a nut, well, I'm here to say that the good stuff that we share in this room are everything we hope for. So put back that broom, don't sweep away all the good stuff. No, share it today, and we will get enough. 'Cause it's love morning. Together we are, is love morning. Come from near and far. Good morning. Bonk, good morning. Kiri, good morning. Gerbot says, I am grateful to be here and grateful to have finally made it back home last night. From Vegas? Ooh, that's a long Vegas run. You have all your limbs and digits and no new tattoos? Good luck. Welcome back. Sarah says, I am grateful for mysteriously given days off from work. Ooh! If yesterday was the mystery, it was Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which I was offline, so I didn't share the picture that I share every year of my grandpa with Martin Luther King Jr., but maybe you've seen it before. It's always been a powerful reminder to me that my grandpa was peers and worked with Martin Luther King Jr., and I worked with my grandpa. So I'm just a couple degrees from MLK Jr., which means that the great men and women and people in this world are not mythical figures. They're not imaginary. They are among us. They are us. Juan says, I am grateful for health and the ability to help others. Whew, yes. Gerbot is also grateful for the opportunity to see my dad yesterday and help him with a house project. I had a lot of thoughts for my dad this weekend, a lot of appreciation. I called him and told him that. It really felt good. Good morning, Kiri. Kiri says, I'm grateful for $550 I've raised to help me pay for my kitty's emergency vet bills. I still have a lot to raise to get him the care he needs. Please share the GoFundMe if you can. Yes, I will look for it. I just posted I sent out a newsletter today, so hopefully you get my newsletters. And in the newsletter, I shared a couple other GoFundMes of my friend Janus, who is in the hospital, and another one from Mikey of Mikey's Hug Deli, who had his home and the Hug Deli destroyed in the LA fires. So I will add your GoFundMe to my thoughts, prayers, and money directives. Good fortune to you, Kiri. Christopher says, grateful for a furnace. It's -8. Ooh. Also grateful for like-minded individuals in the wake of yesterday's inaugural events. We need to support our community. Yes. Kiri says, and grateful for the snow day in Austin. Whoa, even though I still had to go to work. Wow. I was in Boulevard, California, where it was chilly. Like it got down to like 30s at night. But people were camping outside at our retreat. So it was nothing like what you guys had. Anybody else want to share some gratitude? A victory or something that's on your mind? I appreciate, Kiri, your ability to find gratitude in a challenge. Super helpful way to empower yourself as you acknowledge your struggles. Kiri says, saving this cat's life is my top priority. I know it sounds so small compared to losing a home in a fire or being a person in the hospital. No such thing. There's the compare game doesn't work. There is a how many, I said 6 billion. There used to be 6 billion. I don't know how many billions of people are in the world. And there are billions of ways that people are in need. And if we had to double check and say, is this the most suffering? I need to put all my energy into the person that is suffering the most, or the place suffering the most. That's not how this life is supposed to work. We're supposed to find opportunities to be of service wherever we can, not for the most needy, but for the ones that we resonate with, and yeah, it's so. Thank you for sharing your GoFundMe. If you want to put the link here, you're welcome to. I like hearing about anyone who's got a GoFundMe going. I think my record is pretty much 100%. I think I have contributed to every GoFundMe and maybe not every Kickstarter, but I think every GoFundMe of someone that I'm connected to, whether a Facebook friend or otherwise. Not every friend of friend, but often I will, and not always a lot of money. Sometimes it's $10, but just to energetically let people know that people care about them. Sometimes it's less than $10. Sometimes it's a super token amount, just so they can know, oh, that's one more person that is on my team of support. Anybody else want to share any gratitude or commentary on my growing hair situation? I had some moments this weekend where I was really going, wow, I'm really liking how fluffy and soft my hair is. And which was great, because the last time I grew out my hair, I was in college. I had a mullet, and then someone actually, my first week of college, a guy in my freshman orientation class, he was like, you have pussy long hair, meaning I didn't have the courage to grow it all out long. I was just growing the back, which, I don't think that's that term is not necessarily PC anymore. But I heard what he said, and it stung me, because I did not want to be called names, certainly not called a pussy. And so I grew up my hair. And for about 2 years, I wore bandanas on the top of my head, like Rico Suave, if you remember that guy. Because my hair is quite thick, and it just grew so high, and I was so embarrassed and so did not like the way it looked. And so it's really fun to be at a whole different stage of my life and having appreciation and gratitude for my Jufro. I think I can say that because I'm half Jewish. Kiri says, I love how fluffy, and the gray looks intentionally placed, perfectly highlighted. Thanks. Well, I mean, it's wild, because the ends used to be pink, so I've been trying to wash out and get it out so it's just basically gray or white on the ends, and I think it's working for me. Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit of bedhead, and I'm a little thinner right here, but yeah. So I'm fully embracing the Moses. Did you see the Moses picture that I started with? Well, Christopher says it looks biblical. You're right. So yeah, that's the goal. How come I can't? I don't know. Why is it not letting me do this again? It's not making this easy for me, but I'm going to try one more time just to do this. There we go. Wait. Charlton Heston had his 10 Commandments. I am a... No. Connected AirPods. What? Don't do that. Hopefully you can still hear me. What is going on? No. Well, hopefully you can still hear me. Good morning, Hope. Good morning. Any last gratitudes? Before we head off into our day and try to practice being a love ambassador. Remember, love ambassador is not some lofty thing to attain. And in fact, if it feels lofty, we can change a different name. Just be a personal authenticity practitioner. Okay, you can still hear me. Thanks, Gerbot. Miriam, hello. Good morning. Sarah said, I shaved my head a couple of months ago and have so enjoyed the process of watching it grow out. Actually, I had a Facebook memory come up this morning of Lisa and I doing a love morning, and I had like a one guard buzzed head. I think it was 2 years ago. It's wild how different I look. It's wild how many different looks that Lisa has got to experience over the last year and a half. Oh, my phone is dead. Any last gratitudes? Well, I am so grateful for you being a part of my community and us being able to remind each other what a gift and treat it is to be ourselves. Oh, that's one other thing that I had. I had a really cool experience this weekend of someone saying, like, you really are fully you at all times. And I was like, that's a compliment that really landed and felt good, because that's been something I've been trying for. When I read The Lion Tracker's Guide to Life, he describes this master lion tracker as someone who is fully themselves in every setting, whether it's black tie or around a campfire. He's exactly the same person. And as an indicator of someone who is spiritually evolved. And I was like, that is a goal of mine as well. And so to hear that and to know that, like a couple months ago when I had my housewarming, I invited my parents, my friends, and my therapist, and felt like I am the same person in every circle that I am in. The one exception is like if I go to a new social situation, if I don't check myself, and I'm not aware of my mind, I can sometimes go in with some social anxiety and act a little bit more in a pretending, playing the role I'm supposed to way, until I can relax and remind myself that this is it. Thank you, Gerbot. Yeah, I really was like, and if that's the message that I put into the world, I'm really proud of that. I had a lot of feelings of pride this weekend, where I felt like there were people that were looking to me for a little guidance, not verbally, but just kind of, and I'm like, I feel like the way I walk through the world, I feel like the way that I treat my partner, the way that I address my thoughts, I'm proud of that. Miriam says, Jake and me talked about being fully yourself at all times. Yeah, I mean, it's a gift to you. It's a gift to the world, and really, it helps to alleviate and remove such a massive waste of energy. And it's more honest. It's potentially you're having relationships with people who are building relationships off a lie, a falsehood, trying to make decisions based on what they think or who they think you are, and that's not accurate. It's unfair. I mean, easier said than done. There's lots of things that are simple but not easy in this world on a spiritual path, for sure. Lupe, good morning, Lupe, saying, they are right about you. I appreciate who you are and how you are. Thank you, Gerbot. Thank you, everyone. That's, I think you're a great model. That is about the best compliment I can receive. And it's a wild thing to be, 53 and feeling like I'm proud of the way I show up as a man in this world. And if you are seeking role models, maybe you didn't have good role models in your life as a man. I mean, also as a human, but especially as a man. I feel like I feel like I'm doing a good job. It's one of the reasons why I've increased my coaching slots. I want to be working with more people, especially anyone, but especially men. So I have some clients now that I'm really feeling we're doing a lot of good work as we relate in a older man to younger man way. Miriam says, but then you see people that can't do that or not used to do it, and we learn and grow together. Exactly. Marari, good morning. So sad I couldn't make it this year. We were sad to not have you, but it looked so fun. I appreciate your patience and love and understanding. I'm really looking forward to the next opportunity to meet you. Me too. And I got to look at the calendar, because the Radical Hope Gathering a few weeks ago was so good for me. Really felt really inspiring, and really I feel like, yeah, just I really feel like it was good for everybody who's there. I think we're all better people, and the world is better off because of that. And as much as I love these digital connections, and I feel these are incredibly valuable and a huge part of my spiritual practice, the importance of physical gathering of community is unsurpassed. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. Even if we just had a hug gathering where we just drew pictures and painted and hugged every 20 minutes, that would be an awesome gathering too. Lupi says, my dad was 55 when he died in 2020, and you are like the energy adopted father for me. You are my new life coach like my dad was for me. Thank you. What an incredible honor. And I look forward to a deeper connection and many years of mutual inspiration. I should say, that being said, if anybody is looking for private one-on-one work, I do have availability. Just send me an email and we can talk about possibilities. I'm currently on a 100 to 250 an hour or session sliding scale. So I'm taking a few people at the low end. If the cost is the reason why you can't, that's a pretty affordable level for one-on-one work. Okay, well, with that, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze, appreciating our bodies, appreciating our courage, appreciating one another, amplifying all the gratitude we've heard, looking for gratitude in the day ahead of us, feeling connected and recognizing we're all so much more alike than we are different, and we're all struggling. Everyone you meet, including the ones that are teachers and teaching big wisdom, all of them have days when they feel lost and uncertain. We are all the same, doing the same oscillation in our minds and lives. So let's just take a deep breath in and feel each other and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for this Love Ambassador, Love Morning meetup. Thanks for being a part of Hug Nation. I love you. See you tomorrow, or at Gratitude today at noon.